Hello everyone, my name is Eunbong Lee. I used to live in Suwon, South Korea. Now, I have been living in Japan for 14 years. This is Osaka. This is Seoul. This is Suwon. Suwon is located 35 kilometers away from the south of Seoul, the capital city. It takes around 30 minutes by train from Seoul Station. It has more than 1 million population. Suwon is surrounded by Suwon Hwasong Fortress and it has been registered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Suwon Hwasong is a fortress and is known for its beautiful architecture. It was constructed by King Jeongjo in 18th century, the 22nd king of the Joseon dynasty. Have you ever seen the Korean drama Dongyi or Isan? Isan and Jeongjo are the same person. He is Isan, and she is Dongyi. Dongyi is Isan's great-grandmother. The Korean drama entitled Isan is all about the King Jeongjo. He is Jeongjo's father, Sadoseja. He had been victimized in faction struggles in the court and was put inside a rice chest, a traditional wooden rice container, and died there. This is the rice chest. If you are interested, you can watch the Korean drama Isan. Those photos are from Korean Broadcast MBC website. Jeongjo tried to move to the capital, which is Hanyang, now named Seoul, to Suwon. There were multiple reasons for constructing the Suwon Hwasong Fortress. The most important reason was King Jeongjo's filial piety to his father, Sadoseja. But there were other reasons. One is his political strategy to eradicate faction struggles and establish the king-led politics. The other reason is it is used as a fortress of national defense to the south. There are 4 gates, which are north, east, west, and south gate to enter the Suwon Hwasong Fortress. This is the south gate. This is the west gate. This is the north gate where my parents live nearby. Here is where their house is located. And this is the east gate. This is near the east gate. You can move to the north gate by Suwon Hwasong Fortress train. Whenever I go back home, I take a walk around here in the morning. Let's travel to Suwon Hwasong by Suwon Hwasong Fortress train near the east gate. This is a Suwon Hwasong Fortress train. And you can move to the north gate. Here we go. This water gate near the north gate is also known as Hwahongmun. It takes around 5 minutes on foot from my house. When I was young, I used to play here and I had a lot of memories. This is the Suwon Hwasong Fortress train road. Inside the Suwon Hwasong Fortress, construction of buildings taller than the fortress is restricted by law to preserve the heritage. and so it is less developed compared to outside the Suwon Hwasong fortress. They are almost the same as decades ago. But recently, young people came to repair the interior of the place and opened modern and stylish cafes and restaurants. But the exterior remains old-fashioned. This sky view is from the Suwon City Hall website. This is my family's photo in front of the water gate. We also have a beautiful view of the Suwon Hwasong Fortress at night. The water gate, also known as Hwahongmun, has 7 stone arches. This is the in front of the bus stop going to Gangnam, Seoul. Tourists travel to Suwon during the daytime and go home at night because Suwon is near to Seoul. So, Suwon City plans how tourists can stay overnight to see Suwon Hwasong Fortress night view. Suwon City celebrates a festival in which they call Suwon Night View Festival. There will be a special journey you do experience with media art, music, food, stories, performances, and some other activities. They have been celebrating it for 3 years, but it has now very popular among people. The festival will be celebrated in August and September. Those are the Suwon night views photos. The main stage is near the south gate and the north gate. You can also see the beautiful media art near the north gate. They portray the 4 seasons. This image portrays spring season. We also have Suwon Hwasong Cultural Festival in October that reflects on the filial piety of King Jeongjo. And also his thought on reforms for his subject, which shines through his Hwasong Fortress. After your Suwon tour, I recommend you to eat Suwon galbi, a famous dish in Suwon. It is marinated in salt, Asian pears, sesame oil, onions, and etc. This dish is cooked over wood charcoal. Joseon period was an agricultural society. Cows were very important in agriculture. However, cows were not intended to be eaten as people were not allowed to eat beef, especially without permission from the government. A lot of cows were used for the construction of the Suwon Hwasong Fortress. Eventually, Suwon had big cow markets. This is the reason why Suwon galbi has become famous in Korea. This is my family's favorite galbi restaurant. My father loves eating meat so much. What I like about this restaurant is that aside from its tasty galbi, and they also serve a lot of side dishes that are unlimited and can be refilled. All side dishes are incredibly delicious. I recommend the restaurant for lunch during the weekdays because the menu for lunch is almost the same as the menu for dinner. but the price is more affordable. If you are not a meat lover, you don't have to worry about that. We also have a restaurant for vegetarians. There is a temple food restaurant. Dusugongbang is a place where you can eat Buddhist monk Jonggan's temple food made with ingredients that are in season. She is famous for temple food. I wondered why she opened the restaurant Dusugongbang in the middle of the apartment complex in Suwon. Inside the Suwon Hwasong fortress, construction of buildings taller than the fortress is restricted by law to preserve the heritage, so it's less developed compared to outside the Suwon Hwasong fortress. But there are a lot of apartments outside Suwon Hwasong fortress. My sister also lives near here. The restaurant is surrounded by a lot of apartments. Korean temple food use different spices and herbs, which is a little bit different from that of Japanese. They don't use onions, spring onions, garlics, chives, and wild chives. You can also take temple food cooking lessons at the restaurant. They can only accommodate 30 people at lunch. After finishing the meals, you should put the bowls on top of each other. Monk Jongwan comes to the middle of the apartment complex to express her feelings through food to people at a close distance. And so I'd also like to share to the people who came here today the feeling of Korean culture and food. Before I end this speech, once again, I'd like to share Suwon with Arirang.
아리랑 고개로 넘어간다. 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요. 아리랑 고개로 넘어간다. 나를 버리고 가시는 님은 심리도 못 가서 발병 난다. 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요. 아리랑 고개로 넘어간다. 아리랑 아리랑 아라리요.
Thank you very much for listening.